Hello. My name is Sally Myers, and I am the founder of the Paris and the Menifee Valley Chambers of Commerce Student of the Month program. And I'd like to welcome all of you here today. This is really special. The very first day that we come back, we all just love getting together and visiting and sharing about our summers and our families. And so I'm just so excited to see everybody just having a great time visiting. And so thank you all for coming today. And I just hope that you all had a blessed summer and just had some enriching times with family, maybe even got to visit a few fun places this summer. I know my husband and I, we always do what we call a working vacation in Lake Tahoe.
Oh.
I know.
Oh.
And all that means is that we still go boating and hiking and biking, but that telephone gets answered all the time. But you know what? I love answering it in a beautiful place like that. So we are just excited to have you, and we are celebrating our 16th year of honoring outstanding students and their families in Paris and Menifee. So welcome to all of you. I'd like to get started by asking Pastor Brian Van Gunten to come forward. He's with Student Venture. He's going to lead us in prayer, and then our wonderful mayor of the city of Paris, Darrell Bush, will lead us in our Pledge of Allegiance. So if you all would like to please stand.
Would you bow your heads with me in prayer? Lord, we just thank you so much, Lord, for Sizzler opening up their doors and Miss Sally, Lord God, just to honor these students of the month. Lord, thank you so much for these students that have worked so hard and diligently in their school and their studies, and as they continue to work hard, let them see that they can go and accomplish their dreams, Lord God. And I just pray that you would bless the parents and the teachers and all that they've done to pour into these students. Lord, thank you for them. And Lord, we just pray for all the businesses that give to this right here, Lord, that you would just bless them as they're supporting these students. And I pray that these students would give back to others that aren't as smart as they are or don't have the diligence that they do to work in school, and that they would encourage others to work hard and do that. And God, today we just also want to remember that it's 9/11, and want to remember all those who have fallen and all those families, Lord. So bring peace to them. And Lord, we pray for our president and our Congress, and just give them wisdom, discernment to follow you. And so we love you, God. Pray that you bless this time in your name. Amen.
Amen.
If everyone would join me, put your hands over your heart. And I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome to be seated. Our program is one that is really quite special in the Valley, and because of you and students and families as yourself, our program continues year after year. And we do have a mission statement of our Student of the Month program, and I'd like to share it with all of you, especially our parents and families, because what is so great is that these are really the standards and criteria by which our students have been selected. And so we are a local high school recognition program honoring students that are seniors that are actually college-bound or vocational school-bound, and they are honored for their character, for their integrity, for their love of learning, the ability to be able to juggle a variety of activities, from community activities to school activities, athletics, or to persevere through very challenging life circumstances, all in a setting that honors God, our country, community, family, and free enterprise. So we bring it all together under one roof at Student of the Month, and it's just so awesome because we all come because we just love our kids, and we want to be able to bless you. We want to encourage you to continue doing what you're doing and be leaders that stand out and make a difference to others. So that is what our program is really all about. I'd like to introduce our principals and our students, and if you would please stand, and we'll give you all a great round of applause. From Heritage High School, our principal is Julie Zerold. And Julie, if you can stand, and our student is Zarabeth Isa Sandoval, and your family, if you all would please stand. Let's give them a great round of applause. From the California Military Institute, our principal and commandant, Richard Wallace, and our student is Eddie Salas. And your family, please. And from Paloma Valley High School, we're very excited to officially introduce our new principal, Don Williamson. So Don, if you please stand. And our student is Taryn Parks, and your family, please. And from Paris High School, our principal, Dr. Lynn Sheffield. And our student is Jocelyn Marlene Calderon. And your family, please. Great. Welcome and congratulations. We're so happy that you are here. I'd like to introduce the special representatives of our two chambers of commerce. For the Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce, we have Dorothy Wallens, our CEO. So Dorothy, if you want to come forward, please. And from the Paris Valley Chamber of Commerce, we have Bea Parmalee. And so you ladies are welcome to come forward and be able to share on behalf of both of our great chambers. And here's the certificate for you.
Good afternoon. I had to check my watch just to make sure that it was afternoon. I'm Bea Parmalee. I'm here on behalf of Grant Bennett, who's our president. I'm the vice president. But on behalf of the chamber, we wanted to congratulate each and every one of you, not only on this accomplishment, but I'm sure on several that are to come. This is just the beginning. So we want to wish you the very best, and just one day at a time. Thank you.
Well, I second that, but I also wanted to add that you'll be receiving one of these beautiful certificates to hang on your wall to brag to your brothers and sisters that you do own one of these. So on behalf of the Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce, the ambassadors, the members, the staff, our queens, and a whole plethora of other people, I just want to say congratulations. And I also want to congratulate the parents who got all of you here today. So thank you again for all your hard work.
Thank you. I'd also like to introduce Margarita Castillo, who's the treasurer of the Menifee Chamber of Commerce. So, Margarita, if you want to raise your hand high so everyone can see you, that is great. And Dorothy, I understand we have your son John Hughes with us today, who I understand was a former student of the month. So let's have you stand so people can see how you're still active and involved. Congratulations. Okay. Very, very good.
Full-time employed, can I say full-time employed in the city of Menifee?
Yes. Congratulations. That is outstanding. I'd like to thank all of our volunteers. As all of you know, that are principals of schools, you manage your businesses and run your organizations. You're only good as the people that you surround yourself with. And I will tell you, our Student of the Month program has the greatest volunteers, and they are fabulous, and they love the program. They're dedicated. They eat, sleep, drink Student of the Month. I know that. And so they're absolutely fabulous. So our chairs are Sarah Rico and Lori Ortel with the Paris Union High School District. So ladies, please stand. I want you to stand so people can really see you. Their job description is everything. Okay? And they do everything quite well, above and beyond what you could ever expect. And our scholarship chair is Carrie Zamora from Better World Trust. Our accountant is Kim Garcia. And whenever I am away, our MC is Dr. Jonathan Greenberg, so we thank you very much. And of course, we have a couple of folks that are just extra special to our program. I call them sort of our development people because they're always bringing in new sponsors, and that is our Mayor Darrell Bush of the City of Paris and Miss Dorothy Wallens. You all just do a fabulous job of always tracking down new people in town and bringing in new gifts and all that, and I really appreciate that. And Mary is our wonderful Sizzler server, so Mary, hello. Thank you. So we appreciate all of you very much. Well, as you can see, you're having lunch today, and you are receiving lunch because of the generosity of so many businesses in our area. And I'd like to introduce them to you now. And while your lunch is hot, please enjoy your lunch. We multitask during Student of the Month. We eat and we talk, and we eat and we talk. So I talk, you eat. You don't talk. Okay. Anyway. So please enjoy your meal while it is hot. And I want to say, if anytime you receive a meal and something's not right on your meal, just flag Mary down and we'll get it right for you, okay? Want to make sure everybody has a perfect meal. And so I'd like to introduce our sponsors that are here today. From Altura Credit Union, we have Karina Shum and Hario Valadez. If you two want to raise your hand high. And I want to say something about Karina. She has started the very first San Jacinto and Hemet Student of the Month program, and it begins next Thursday, and she will be the MC. So we are just so excited. Let's give her a great round of applause. How's that for running with your passion and making something work? So we're really excited about what you're doing out there. And from Ashley Kroenke Inc., we have Eric Kroenke. So, Mr. Eric, it's good to see you. And yes, let's give him a round of applause. And our very special Virginia Figueredo with Bank of Hemet. Thank you, Virginia. And from the city of Menifee, we have Council Tom Furman. So thank you very much. Good to have you here. And from the city of Paris, of course, you've met our Mayor, Darrell Bush. And our council member, Mark Yarbrough, is not here right now. But we have council member Julio Rodriguez. Mr. Julio, raise your hand high. And the new city clerk is Nancy Salazar. So Miss Nancy, it's so good to have you here. And of course, Miss Judy Hani. And real quickly, Mr. Julio showed me something that he received when he was very young. Not that you're old now, but let me just grab it real quickly. This was our original Student of the Month certificate for students in elementary school, and his darling mother saved it, and it was given to him in 1991. So, I want to know, but you never redeemed it.
Is it still worth?
I think so. Except for you're no longer 10 and under. Okay, no. But that is so fun to be able to see how things just go down the years, and it matches your shirt too. So, anyway, and of course our county supervisor Marion Ashley Berry Bush, and we have Nicole Moore with CR&R. Miss Nicole, there you are right back there. Thank you. And International Autocrafters, and our Kindred Hospital of Riverside. And we have with us Cynthia Vasquez from Lowe's Paris Regional Distribution Center. Miss Cynthia, right there. There you are. Thank you. And from Paris Union High School District, we have our superintendent, Dr. Jonathan Greenberg. And we have Lori Ertel and Sarah Rico, whom you have met. And Candace Rains. Where's Miss Candace? Right there. Hi, Candace. Good to have you here. And from the Riverside County Office of Education, Stefan McPeace. And it's my first time meeting you. It's delightful having you here today. Thank you very much. Please join us again. And from the Rotary Club of Paris, I know we have a few members, so raise your hands high. Rotary members. Thank you, Mr. Bush. And from Sizzler, we have me, okay? And we have Star Milling. Oh, thank you very much. And from Star Milling, of course, Bill Kramer. Vistera Credit Union, you've met Miss B. Parmalee. Very good. So those are our lunch sponsors, so thank them for the wonderful lunch you're having today. We also have a scholarship program which parents is very special, and as of today the scholarship amount for our students of the year is $1,720, and that we plan to have that grow, so we're going to be promoting and being active and asking more folks to step forward and receive more scholarship dollars, and we'll see that grow by the end of the year. And so I'd like to introduce all of our scholarship donors. We have Fred Good and Associates, International Autocrafters. Today we have with us Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce, and you all have met Miss Dorothy Wallen, so thank you, Dorothy. The Paris Plaza Corridors and Limited Family Partnership. They actually were our very first donor and started our program for scholarships. The Paris Union Management Association and the Rotary Club of Menifee, and we have Dorothy Wallens, and is Erin Rockman here today? No. I know we have Dorothy here today, and of course Dr. Greenberg, yes. I saw that hand go up real fast. Star Milling and WLC Architects. So those are our scholarship sponsors. And in order to be considered for the Student of the Year, you must be Student of the Month. So that means you all in the right place at the right time. And what we will have you do, and sometime in the early spring, probably the end of February or March, all of our Students of the Month will receive a very competitive scholarship application, and you will complete that in about a month's time, turn that back in, and there will be a panel of judges within the community that will judge those essays and your application, and then we will have one student from each of our schools come back to receive a special scholarship at a dinner that will be held in Lake Elsinore. So it'll be very nice and something worth doing your best and performing your best for the rest of the school year. So we really encourage you to do that so that we can see you back at Student of the Year. We have some special businesses that provide some gifts for our Students of the Year. Our Mayor Pro Tem Mark Yarborough, who has Sweetest Speed and Champion Towing, provides some engraved ink pens. Costco in Lake Elsinore provides a very special beach towel, and you've got some really fun gifts that will come your way. And now I would like to introduce all of our elected and dignitaries. They will come forward in the order that I introduce you, please. And you will say a few words and show off a certificate. And let's begin with our Mayor Darrell Bush from the City of Paris, and then we'll have come forward Council Member Tom Furman from the City of Menifee. We have Alti Holcomb with Senator Richard Roth's office. So just go ahead and come on up now and stand up here. Donna Thompson with Assemblywoman Melissa Melendez's office. We have Stefan McPeace with the Riverside County Office of Education. We hope to have a representative from Congressman Mark Takano's office. And of course, we will conclude with our superintendent, Dr. Jonathan Greenberg, who will also present a certificate for County Supervisor Marion Ashley. So take it away, Mayor Bush.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here on behalf of the Paris City Council. Paris has been, City Council has been supporting this, I think, from the very beginning.
Yes.
And we're very proud of the students in our school district that come through this program and receive these awards and achievements. I've got this nice looking one. Maybe not as nice as Dorothy's Chamber of Commerce one, but nice. It's close. But we got a folder for ours, Dorothy. See?
Well, they'll be yours on the folder and mine on the wall.
Okay. Anyhow, I want to congratulate each of the students that received these certificates and for the work they've done to get here. And I always like to congratulate the families, because I know that it takes family help and assistance, and sometimes extended family, because sometimes the family members aren't able to, are not available, or what have you, and extended families come forward and help out too. So we want to thank the family members, whoever they are, for their assistance in helping each of you. And remember that as you move ahead in life, that you really didn't get there by yourself. You had help from a lot of people, but congratulations goes to you for what you've accomplished. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and Jonathan always requires me to give a pearl of wisdom from my life every time I speak. I just got back from the big island of Kona, and I happened to spend some time up on top of the volcano. And I actually learned that it was the highest mountain in the world, because they measure from where it starts 3,000 feet below the ocean to make it the biggest mountain in the world, to establish its base. There's an unusual lighting ordinance on the island of Kona. There can be no street lights that shine sideways or up. They have to just a little light down. And there's the observatories up top where you can sit and watch the stars. So I sat up on top of that mountain that evening, and it's like a fortress of solitude where you can just think and lament about your life. And I sat up there thinking, well, what am I going to say at the Student of the Month? So actually, my advice is all you young people, get your fortress of solitude somewhere you can think, and if you can see the stars, they calm you down and think about your life. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Senator Ross sends his congratulations to each of you for your success so far this school year, and he wishes you the very best going forward.
Hi, my name is Donna Thompson. I'm the District Director for Assemblywoman Melendez. Brand new job for me. I used to serve in the Senate like the gentleman here. It's such an honor to be here on behalf of Assemblywoman Melendez. She sends her best. She'd be here herself, but she's in Sacramento this week. Many of you government students might know that this is the end of session when all the bills come before the California legislature for them to vote on. And next week she'll be in the district again, and we'll be happy to have her. And I just wanted to give a little plug for our internship program, since we have so many stellar students here, stellar students I meant to say. Would really love to accept some applications from some great students from this area. It's kind of the outline area of our district, and I really need you. So if you feel so inclined, the website is asm.ca.gov/Melendez. Again, congratulations from Assemblywoman Melendez. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Again, my name is Stefan McPeace, and I'm here on behalf of County Superintendent of Schools Kenneth M. Young. We at the county office, anytime we have the opportunity to partner and support students who are doing things, extraordinary things, on the academic side of the equation, it's with great pleasure that we get involved. Superintendent Young sends a certificate of achievement that is given to students throughout the entire county of Riverside who have demonstrated exceptional academic achievement, and so you all will receive this particular certificate, as well as one of our fancy pens from the superintendent's office, which I still haven't had an opportunity to receive, but they're reserved for dignitaries and VIPs. So on this particular day, you all are academic VIPs. So congratulations on behalf of the County Office of Education and Superintendent Young.
I'm Jonathan Greenberg. I'm superintendent of the Paris Union High School District. But before I give out a great certificate from our county supervisor, Marion Ashley, I do want to remind Councilman Furman that the island is called Hawaii. It's not called Kona. There's a Kona side of the island, and there's a Hilo side of the island. The Kona side is on the west. The Hilo side is on the east.
You and I educated people know that.
Yeah.
When I say I went to Hawaii,
So, I mean,
everybody says, where'd you go?
You know, Councilman, we have students here that are scholars, and they're going, the island of Kona. Where is that? I will tell everybody, my wife and I, we were on the island of Hawaii this summer too. And if you students, geologically, what you need to know is it's an island maker right under the island of Hawaii. They're actually continuing to make the island with the lava, and all the islands that have formed have moved northwest from the island maker under the ground. So the next island, which will probably be formed millions of years from now, is still there, and the island of Hawaii will move northwest. So now, if you want to get a true education, that's a little bit of volcanic education from the superintendent. Okay. I want to tell you that these communities are very fortunate in having a county supervisor like Marion Ashley. He went to school and graduated from Paris High School, grew up in our community. He's very supportive of Menifee Paris and all of his communities. And this is the certificate, which comes in a folder, but it can be taken out and put up on the wall as well. But again, on behalf of Marion Ashley and his assistant, Barry Bush, who wasn't able to be here today, congratulations and keep up the good work. Now, as superintendent of the school district, I become kind of like the nag. These are called thank you notes. You may not know that in the virtual world. You may not have, this is not a fossil. And what they do is you actually take them out and fold them, and then there's envelopes where you write people's addresses, and then you put a little note in there. It's called a thank you note. And really, I'm making fun of it, but what I really want you to know is, again, as you've heard all this afternoon, you didn't get here by yourself. And all the people in this room and those that aren't here that support this program have come through some really difficult times in the Great Recession. And these businesses, chambers have stood up during these tough times and continue to support our students by promoting this event and scholarships as well. So we have a list in your bag, and you'll have thank you notes as well. And the expectation is you'll write a short, not one sentence, but unless you put like 30 words in one sentence. But I think we have an English teacher here who would say that's not appropriate. We want you to write a brief note to each of these businesses that are in there and thank them for their generosity and support of the program. It's the start of the year. You should be so proud that you are the first student of the month for your school. Congratulations, best wishes, and remember, when you're finished with these thank you notes, send them to your principal. They'll send them to our office, and we're happy to pay for the postage. Congratulations and best wishes.
Now you know why he's the MC when I'm out of town. Does a fabulous job. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. I'd like to call your attention over to the gift table. And as you can see, many of our local businesses have provided some special gifts for you. And if you actually take your program, and if you open it up and look on the inside right page, you will see all of the businesses that have contributed to your gift bag and what they have contributed. So it's very, very exciting. And we have some of our gift sponsors with us today. I'm going to share them with you. We have Altura Credit Union. They've given us some cold cups, Miss Karina. We appreciate that very much. And we have Bank of America that have provided these special bags with some goodies inside for you as well. So we appreciate that. And we have Dora Musquez and Carla Brown. So ladies, raise your hand high from Bank of America. Thank you so much. From the city of Menifee, we have a water bottle. We have a key ring, a pin, a city pin, and a magnet, just all kinds of goodies for you. So thank you very much, Councilman Furman. From the city of Paris, we have an umbrella. That is awesome. I need to get one of those.
Me too.
Okay, all right, so aren't we students of the month? Okay, no, that is really cool. And from Creative Printing, of course, your thank you notes. From International Auto Crafters, we always get a special gift bag, which is right over there. Each of them have a special bag, and they generally have cookies in them and all kinds of fun things that they put together for you. You have certificates from New York's Upper Crust Pizza and Whimsical Yogurt and Gelato. And from New Life Fellowship, Pastor Ted Norton has a Bible for you. So Pastor Ted, thank you so much. That's the best book in the world. And we also have some special certificates for a horseback riding lesson from Save the Animals. Vistera Credit Union, B. Parmalee, has given you a flash drive, so thank you, Miss B. You get some grad night tickets or a prom ticket from your various schools, and they will share with you what special gift they're going to give you. And of course, you have your movie tickets and thank you cards from the school district, and a special DVD video that you will receive of the event, so other people in your family can share it with you. So let's give all of our businesses a great round of applause. Yes?
Would you call Jonathan back?
I have to make some, I have to say something.
Oh, yes, Dr. Greenberg, we would love for you to come forward, please.
I forgot to introduce two of my bosses. That was kind of like a Big mistake. I'll hear about it this afternoon when we're meeting. We need to change in the program. When we say who's here from Pierce Union High School District, we ought to say our board members. But anyway, my bad. Our president of our board, Mr. Bill Hallstrom, and our vice president, Joan Cooley, are here today. Thank you for coming.
And I might say that Joan and Bill attend religiously. They are here faithfully, and they really enjoy hearing the stories and meeting our families, so thank you so much. What was so funny?
I don't know.
Oh, that's what it was? Somehow I don't believe that. Our presentation is going to begin for our students, and I'd like to share with you how we actually go about doing that. We have about 6 minutes per student, and it really is a time of great heartfelt sharing. And so we will call for each school, we'll call up the principal, and everyone in the family will come forward. And so the principal will be right behind the podium, and we'll have the student right beside the principal right here, not back there, not way up there, but just right next to you. And then the family can line up this direction. And then we'll have the nominating teacher over here. So it'll be a nice little huddle up here. And you want to stand really close because it's being videotaped by Randy Hughes and his team of students from Paloma Valley High School. So we want to make sure everybody is visible and being seen. We have a microphone. It's very important. It goes up if you're tall and it comes down if you're short. And you want to be able to speak into the microphone and speak very clearly so that everybody that is watching Time Warner Cable Television can hear you as well. And so the students, when it is your turn to speak, we're asking you to introduce your family and your guests and your mentor teacher. We want you to share a little bit about your college and career goals and a little bit about your current life on campus. And then we're going to ask you to answer at least one or more of the following questions. And they are, what do you believe is your greatest contribution to your community, school, or family? Or what do you think is the most significant life lesson that you will take with you to college? Or how do you plan on giving back to our community or paying it forward? Or the final question, share a personal story that demonstrates an obstacle that you have overcome. So when you actually get to the point where you're going to start answering those questions, you'll want to say and lead off by saying the greatest obstacle or the biggest life lesson I've ever learned, or I believe my greatest contribution is, so that way we all know, because if we don't figure we have heard that from you, then I will pop up and say, now, did you answer one of those questions? So you want to be able to preface the question. So the way that the program format will go is that principal will begin with about a minute or so, and then we will actually have the student speak for about 2.5, 3 minutes, and then the teacher will conclude. So that will be a lot of fun. And we will go in the order that we have our program. So we will begin with Heritage High School, then the California Military Institute, then Paloma Valley High School, and we will conclude with Paris High School. So with that, I am very pleased to introduce Julie Zerol, the principal of Heritage High School, and our student, Sarah Beth. Give her a big round of applause. We're going to make sure that everybody's lined up since this is the first group. Okay, you're going to be right over here, and you're right here, and you're right here, and you, that's okay.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're good. All right, very good.
All right, good afternoon. It's nice to be back here acknowledging our wonderful students. This is really fun for me to introduce Zara Beth. She's following in her sister's footsteps. Some of you might recognize Zedma, her sister, who was here a couple years ago, who was also a Heritage High School student. Zara Beth is an amazing student. You get to hear a lot about her goals and what she has planned for her future, but there's no doubt that she's going to be very successful in her future with career goals as well as just life goals. Currently, she's #1 in the school as far as academic ranking. She's got a 4.4 GPA, and she participates in cross country as well as track. She's a distance runner, so she stays very busy between her 6 AP classes and her cross country and track season as well. So she's got a lot on her plate, but does a really great job of balancing all of her activities, as well as just being a part of her family and helping with younger siblings and whatnot. So at this point, I'm going to have Zarabeth tell you a little bit about her future goals.
So we're going to have you move over just a little bit. That way everybody can see.
Okay, I'm Zarabeth. This is my sister and my mom. And I'm her sister. And this is Mr. Fairchild, the teacher that nominated me. My career goals is to become a petroleum engineer. My dream school is USC, and if not, I would go to UC Berkeley to become a biomedical engineer, and they make prosthetics for people. The most significant life lesson I've learned is that determination is key. In 5th grade, my older brother told me that if I got straight A's throughout all of middle school, I would get an award. By the end of 8th grade, I'd gotten 1 C. I was disappointed that I didn't get that award, and so I set my new goal for myself. I became set on the goal of fulfilling my 5th grade dream by getting straight A's all throughout high school. And so far, I'm going on it.
Did she answer any of the questions?
Well, she did very quickly, so you can answer the rest of the questions.
Well, I didn't prep for the other ones.
Yeah. So you're all, and they say something now?
Absolutely.
Yes, okay. I think it ends with me, right? It ends with the teacher?
Why don't you go first?
Okay, sounds good. I'll jump up there because I'm not shy. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Doug Fairchild, and I teach PE, health, and AVID at Heritage. And I had the joy of having Zarabeth as a freshman 4 years ago, and I haven't seen her too much on campus since then, and that shows you how much she impressed on me in 1 year, since I didn't see her much in her sophomore, junior, and senior year. What an incredible person she was. And you said we only have 6 minutes, so I'm glad I actually prepared something, because I normally speak from the heart about these types of things, but when I was thinking about Zarabeth, so many things came to me, and I looked up her name on the internet and found out that they only average 5 Zarabeths a year in this country. And so they had no origin of the name that I could find or anything I could find about that, so I made one up. Okay? So I have something for each letter in her name that I feel describes her the best. The Z in Zarabeth is for zealous, which is dictionary defined as devoted and diligent. And she is the quintessential form of that. The A is amiable, having or showing pleasant, good-natured qualities. And honestly, I haven't met a teenager yet that's more amiable than Zarabeth. She's outstanding. The R is for refined, and is dictionary defined as very subtle, precise, or exact. And if you know Zarabeth, she's very subtle. Free from coarseness or vulgarity. I don't think Zarabeth would ever cuss in her whole life. But you never know. And my sister might be able to say otherwise, but my opinion is that it would not be that way. The A is for ambitious, and you heard she wants to be a petroleum engineer, and I don't even know what that is. So I looked it up, and here is the definition. Petroleum engineering focuses on the estimation of the recoverable volume of the hydrocarbon reservoir rock using detailed understanding of the physical behavior of oil, water, and gas within porous rock at a very high pressure. That's ambitious. Okay? And the average starting salary for a petroleum engineer is $150,000 a year. So that would be a nice way to go as well. Don't forget me when that happens. The B is for brilliant. As Ms. Zerold already said, she is #1 in her class. I have a couple little things about her, though, too. She is going to get the biliteracy seal for 4 years of a foreign language in high school, so that's outstanding. And she's also, I found out from her math teacher, she was the top student in her MSJC dual enrollment algebra class, the top student in that same level of pre-calculus, and she's currently the top student in her AP calculus class as well. So she does have a mind for math, as well as being a 2-sport varsity athlete. The E is for easygoing. There's nobody more easygoing than Zarabeth. The T is for thoughtful. She is an active member in our Key Club on campus, which is a community service organization that volunteers to help the community. And the H is for honorable. And I'd like to say to you, Zarabeth, in all my years of teaching and being around teenagers, I can honestly tell you I've never met one as well put together as you. I really, really firmly believe that you are going to be incredibly successful at whatever you do, and I'm very proud that you have touched my life and Heritage High School's life. I'm really proud of you. Great job.
Well, I guess I'm getting more emotional about this than she is. I'm really proud of my little sister. I've seen her work hard throughout her whole life, always pushing herself to do better than what she believed she could. She has done that through all of high school and through her sports. I'm so proud of her, and I know my mom is too. She's a great sister to have. If you feel like you can do something, she'll push you to do it. She always encourages you to do what she does, to do her best. So she pushes you to be better than what you think you can be. She does that with her fellow students as well. She tutors a lot of her friends in classes. And she's also encouraging on her team. She pushes them to do better than what they think they can. She doesn't let them settle for less than what they can achieve. She's a great motivator. So there's nothing bad I can say about her. She makes my life so much better because she's really a great enjoyment to have because she's funny and she's just really smart. You can always have any conversation with her. She's open about everything. So she won't judge you. You can come to her with all your problems. So I'm really proud of my little sister for getting this. And yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. I think we're good. Okay, great. Awesome. Go ahead and have a seat, you guys. Great job.
At this time, I believe it's CMI next. It's Mr. Rick Wallace.
Yes.
Hi. Good afternoon, and I'd like to start off, first of all, by saying thank you to the sponsors and the supporters of the Student of the Month Club. California Military Institute is proud to participate in this and recognize all of our outstanding students and cadets and be part of celebrating the success of other students as well. Our Student of the Month is Cadet Captain Eddie Salas, and I was doing a little research on him just before coming here today. He's been at CMI since 7th grade, and when I looked at his transcript, there's nothing less than an A. A's and A pluses. I didn't think I even saw an A minus in there anywhere. So it goes without saying that he's an outstanding scholar. He also is our regimental commander. He's the senior cadet out of the 900 and some cadets at California Military Institute this year. That's a tremendous burden for leadership because we expect a lot of our cadet leadership. So Captain Salas not only runs all of the morning formations and all the drill and ceremony things that we do as a school, he's also charged with working with his staff to develop training schedules for our military science program on a daily basis, and he works and distributes that and gets that out. He is the epitome of a strong and yet quiet leader. When he was selected to be the regimental commander, we met in my office at the end of last year, and he knew that the first assignment coming to him was to prepare for the new cadet orientation that takes place over the summer. So he had to immediately put his leadership skills to good use, and it was a very, very successful operation. And just when he thought he could relax, he came back to school after the new cadet orientation, and we called him in and said, we have a 10th anniversary celebration coming up, and you're going to be in charge of making sure that our pass and review ceremony goes off without a hitch. And we had about 8 days to practice and get ready, and he performed flawlessly. He's an outstanding young man, starting cornerback on the Rough Riders football team, outstanding leader and a solid scholar. He is certainly a fine representative of the caliber and quality of students we have at CMI. Cap Salas.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm humbled by everyone's presence here today. I'd like to introduce my big brother. He's the one standing to my left. He's been one of my major influences in my life. I mean, he graduated and he now attends UCSD. I think that's amazing. And this is my commandant, Lieutenant Colonel Wallace. For college, I really want to attend UCI or maybe UC Davis or Berkeley. I'm thinking about pursuing a career in engineering, maybe electrical or biomedical. I really like math and science, so I think that would be perfect. In school, I'm currently the regiment commander, as Mr. Wallace said, and I believe that itself is my greatest contribution to my school. I try to run the school as flawlessly as possible, make it easier on everyone, and sometimes there is a lot of pressure on me. I do have a lot of work, and people ask me, okay, how are you handling that? Why do you do that? For what purpose or for what reasons? And there are approximately 900 individuals in the school, and I'm honored to say that there are approximately 900 reasons why I enjoy doing what I do. And I think the most significant life lesson that I will take with me throughout my life, not just college, throughout my life, is that it's service to others above service for self. And I learned that at RILA. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. As Eddie stated, I'm his elder brother. He said that I'm one of his greatest influences, and I'm not so sure about that myself. Eddie has done so much more than I have in my younger years, so Eddie is, in my eyes, the symbol of the best student. He's hardworking, and between juggling sports, he plays football, and creating the weekly schedules, I think he does a fine job in doing so. I'm proud of Eddie.
Thank you. Thank you.
And now I get to introduce Don Williamson from Paloma Valley High School.
Well, good afternoon. I can't tell you what a privilege it is for me to be here and represent Paloma Valley High School this afternoon. When I put an email out to my teachers asking them to help me come up with a nomination for our first Student of the Month this year, I wasn't sure what kind of response I would get. Ann Campbell nominated Taryn Parks, and then I got another nomination for Taryn Parks, and then I got another nomination, and then I got another nomination, and pretty soon it became clear to me I didn't have to worry about making a decision. You know, the decision had been made for me, and from what I've found out about Taryn, it couldn't have been a better decision. She's, out of 668 seniors, she's ranked 29th. She's got a 4.5 grade average. Currently, she's taking 4 AP classes. She's already taken 5 AP classes and passed every single test. She's participated in mock trials. She does cross country. She's done Interact, Key Club, a member of the National Honor Society since her sophomore year, president of WASC. In the community, she's volunteered at summer ministries 2 years in a row. She's served at food banks, cattle ringing for Salvation Army. She did 60 hours with the Angel Tree organization. She volunteered at the blood banks, and she built a homeless shelter and renovated a hangout for troubled teens. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. So At this point, I'd like to introduce Taryn Parks.
Hi. Hi, this is my second mom and my second dad, I guess.
Their names?
Rose Heidemann and Scott Heidemann. And this is my teacher that nominated me. She was my sophomore English teacher. So for college, I want to go to a four-year university. I'm still not sure about which one, but I've got like 5 picked out. So I guess I'll see where I get accepted and go from there. UCI, UCSD, SDSU, Cal State, Fullerton, and Cal State San Marcos.
University of Minnesota.
For my career goals, I'm not really good at science or math. I'm more into the history and the English. So I want to do something with politics because I'm really interested in government and the way our country works and things like that. So right now I'm currently taking 4 AP classes. I have overcome a lot in my life. When I was born, I was automatically put in a foster care family, and I was put in different homes until I was about 7. And then we found a family who wanted us, me and my brothers, and so they took us in, and we were really thankful because my new dad was a Marine, so we got to go to Japan for 3 years, and that was really fun. It was a great experience. But then when we got home, my parents started fighting a lot, and my mom kind of, she got into drugs and stuff, so my dad had to kick her out, and recently he got remarried to somebody and they moved to Virginia, sorry. And so my best friend's parents took me in. So yeah. I think one of the most important lessons that I'll take with me to college is that education comes above everything else, because whenever everything else is going on in my life, I just focus on my schoolwork and try not to think about my family life because it helped me get through it. So yeah. Okay.
Hello everyone, I'm Ann Campbell. I'm a teacher at Pleasant Valley High School. When the email from Dawn came out, as you know, I responded as fast as humanly possible. I already had Taryn in mind, especially knowing her story and background. And she came this year with more challenges than she's ever had before in her life, more challenges than I've ever had in my life. And I knew immediately that she was a student to nominate. As she came in, she told me what was going on, and then I look at, she's smiling, she's happy, she's bubbly, she's excited, she's doing her schoolwork, she's facing all these challenges and doing so with grace and poise and excellence. She's an amazing student. As she said, I had her as a sophomore in English class, and I knew Taryn's name from day one, for good reasons. She was the happiest, most bubbly, energetic, excited to learn English student in the room, and we very soon became fast friends, and I've stayed close with Taryn ever since. She's the leader of the Student WASP committee on campus, is always involved, always looking for ways to make our school better, to improve it for everyone at our site, and she has great ideas, and she's just an amazing student with an amazing story, and I have no doubt that she's going to do amazing things with the rest of her life. Congratulations. Thank you.
I wasn't going to speak, but I'm going to have my husband speak. But I just wanted to say that I met Taryn when she was in middle school. She was a friend of my daughter. And we moved to Temecula, so they didn't really get to be friends in school. But she helped my daughter out because my daughter did not want to move to Temecula. And they remained good friends, and we never knew her family background or anything like that. She was always happy. That's all I can say. She's very happy. That's her good character, and I just want to thank Taryn for being such a good friend to my daughter. We're glad to have her.
Rosa said everything that I was really planning to say, but I really wanted to say for Taryn's always struck me as a kid with a great head on her shoulders, and the theme of today and the Student of the Month program, and it really struck me when we kicked this off today about it goes beyond academics, it goes to character and the kind of person you are and everything. And Taryn really sums that up very well to me, and she is a very positive influence in our family, and I'm grateful for that. Thank you, Taryn. I'd also like to thank the principal and all the teachers that help her along in her path towards being a strong person. And I'd also like to thank, of course, all the people that are putting the event together today, and we're really grateful for what this program is all about.
At this time, I'd like to introduce Dr. Lynn Sheffield and Paris High School.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to introduce to all of you Miss Jocelyn Marlene Calderon. We had the privilege of putting out the nominations for Student of the Month, and Jocelyn, being a wonderful student that she is, she was nominated, of course, by more than one teacher. And so we have brought two of her teachers here to represent her. And so I'll keep it short and sweet, but she's a young lady that is always happy, always has a smile on her face, and always speaks. She shared a wonderful story with me when she came in. I'm a true believer in visionary and putting your vision in front of you and actually speaking it and making it come to light. She shared a story that her mom had told her, you know, we put our Students of the Month on the marquee, and her mom said, your name's going to be up there, and I'm going to take your picture of your name up there, Student of the Month. And it was so great to hear her say, my mom told me my name was going to be there, and her name is there. So I made sure I asked Mom, did you see that picture? And make sure you take a picture of her up there. So it's a great honor and a pleasure to introduce to you the wonderful Jocelyn Calderon.
Yes, my mom did take video of the marquee. She was standing outside. And actually my teacher, Mr. Morgan Wilson, saw her and was wondering if they were going to walk over here. But no, she was just taking video. So I would like to introduce my two teachers who nominated me, Mr. Vasquez and Mr. Morgan Wilson. And then this is my family. This is my little brother, Rodrigo, and my mother, Maria. So I have kind of what my mom and dad feel is a crazy plan for college. I would really, really, really love to get into Stanford, but if not Stanford, maybe another school here in California. I want to get a bachelor's degree in science in electrical engineering, and then from there I'm going to apply to a law school and become a patent lawyer. And that means I have to take another test, not just the LSAT, but also the test from the U.S. Patent Office in order for me to be licensed and qualified as a patent lawyer. That's my plan for the future. My parents think it's a little weird because law school and engineering could not be more different. But I've always just really been interested in law, and I've always loved math. Well, that's a lie. I didn't really like math in elementary. But I love math now, and I can't imagine myself in a future in a job without having some aspect of math in it. So I think that the most significant life lesson that I've learned in my 12 or more years of high school and elementary school and everything is probably to always do the right thing. We as people need to, we don't know what people's lives are. We don't know their backgrounds. We don't know if the girl that you're teasing cried herself to sleep last night. We don't know if the guy who is cocky and just kind of not very nice, we don't know if he's actually insecure on the inside. And we have to always do the right thing. We can't bully people. We can't be mean. We always have to give kind words. And I think that that is the one thing that I will be taking with me for sure to college, to always be kind to everyone and to always do the right thing.
This way. Hello, my name is Mr. Morgan Wilson, and I first met Jocelyn a couple years ago in an AP class. I think Paris is changing. I think we all realize it within the past 20 years or so. It's definitely changing for the better. We're becoming more like the big cities. I think even at this point in time, most city employees and school district staff actually know how to read and write. Okay, I'm bombing. Sam, next up. Anyway, these students that we're honoring today are definitely part of that, moving forward and advancing the image of Paris and the future of the city. Ms. Calderon, I think, has a quality that it really endears young people to old people like myself, old guys. And that is the quality of asking questions. I think for you young folks, there's nothing that is as endearing for us than you ask our opinion, you ask questions. First time I met her, I asked her, what do you want to be when you grow up? And she said, president. I'm like, oh. And she immediately I could see the machinations in her mind, and she came back with a question, well, how old do you have to be? So I explained to her, 18 to 21 for city, 25, I think, for House of Representatives, 30 for Senate, and 35 for President. But I could already see her mind was working, making that plan. And the plan that she just explained to you, you can see, if I had to pick one or two words to describe Ms. Calderon, it would be a long thinker. Long thinker. She thinks very long. In closing, I'd just like to mention that in the last couple of years, she was on our academic decathlon team last year, placed 5th in the county. She was also in the Constitution team, which placed 4th in the area. This year she is the captain of the academic decathlon team and also captain of the Constitution team. And just in closing, just real quick, a lot of you might know Mr. Bob Ellingson, longtime teacher in the district, and he's had a couple of quotes that will stick in my mind about Jocelyn. One of his quotes was, he just recently retired, and he said, you know what, M-Dub, one of my biggest regrets about retiring is that I didn't have Jocelyn Calderon in my AP US History class. I was like, ooh. And then just the other day, Bob is still helping out with academic decathlon. He said, you know what, M-Dub, a student like Jocelyn Calderon comes around in a teacher's life about once every decade if you're lucky. So, definitely an exceptional student, and very, very honored that she was a student of mine. So, and now Mr. Sam Vasquez, alumni of Paris High School and also a teacher.
I left my notes at my classroom. All right, so Jocelyn is just one of those students that, like Ellingson said, and you stole my quote, man, you only get once every decade or so. And I could tell right from the beginning because she was the only student who was upset that she got an A. She asked me after I gave her essay back, what could I do better? And I said, well, you got an A. And she said, no, what could I do better? And so she's just that kind of student. She doesn't do work just to get the A. She does work so that she can know more. And when I heard her life goals, her career plan, it doesn't strike me as odd. It strikes me as well within her wheelhouse. It's something that she could do easily. And after talking to all her other teachers, she is one of the few students that every single teacher who has had her will say, yeah, my class is better for having her there. And to her parents, you guys did an amazing job raising her, and if we have more students like her, we wouldn't really be necessary. You know, teachers would be rather superfluous at this point. Yes. But I'm glad that she was in my class, and you know, when Mr. Ellingson said that he was regretful that he retired because he didn't get to teach her, his loss is my gain. I was her AP US history teacher, and one of the things that I do is that at the beginning of every school year, I write down the names of all the students and just first impressions. And when I wrote down my impression of her, I wrote down that she has tremendous capacity, tremendous potential, And at the end of the school year, I knew she was going to get a 5 on the AP US History exam, and she didn't disappoint. And so, thank you for being in my class, and whenever you want, just come on by.
No? Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. My English is not so good, but I'm sure my daughter is a hard worker, a strong person. My right hand. Long time ago, I say that someday I want to view, to see your name, the student of the month of the high school, and she do it. And someday she's going to Stanford. We are so proud of you.
Thank you. Did a great job. That's our student of the month, Jocelyn, and I'll bring up Miss Sally Myers again.
I needed several napkins today. We need to get that tissue out, Pastor Ted. Well, I have to say to you, students, what really makes Student of the Month the way that it is the fact that you're willing to share. You're willing to open up your hearts and be able to share from the depth. And I know that's why we all come back year after year, because we come and you actually inspire us. You motivate us to do better. And for that, we're truly grateful. And we feel like we're your best friend now. Like we have a new best friend. And that's really quite special. I play a special little words of wisdom on my off my phone, but before I do that, I want to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to meet Randy Hughes from Paloma Valley High School. So Randy, I hope that you can somehow remove tears magically from the camera. But this is Randy Hughes from Paloma Valley High School with his team of students. And at the very end, I always do play something from a gentleman named John C. Maxwell. He's an author, a pastor, a motivational speaker. He is really a mentor that my husband and I use for training and development of our own people within our group of Sizzler restaurants. And he has something called Minute with Maxwell, and my husband and I kind of wake up with it every morning, and we share and we get to ponder on the thoughts and start our day and many times what Mr. Maxwell has to share is something that not only will benefit us, but will be able to help us in our just our attitude of being an encourager to others. And so I had several that I wanted to play, but the one that I selected based on the student stories today is a word called belief. And I think that all of you can just, with even just the word itself, say, I think that that's an appropriate word. So I'm going to pull up the volume here, and we're going to listen to the word belief.
Today's word is belief on Men with Maxwell. Hi, my name is John Maxwell, and Shuri Wazit from Wazoo, Wisconsin, who's a life coach, gave me that word. That's a huge word, Sherry, belief. Belief in your vision, belief in who you are, belief in your mission, what you're doing, belief in the people that are around you. Here's what I know, Sherry. I think you know this. I think most of our Men with Maxwell people know this, but let me just underline it. Belief's a very good word, because belief offers hope. You show me a person that believes in themselves, and I will show you a person that has hope for the future. You show me somebody who believes in their team, and I'll show you somebody that's excited about the future of the team. If you show me somebody who believes in their vision, I'll show you somebody that is probably already on the way of pursuing, finding, and putting within their grasp that vision they have. Jesus one time said it's impossible to do anything without belief. I think that's true. I believe belief is the foundation for all positive possible things to happen to your life. I wish it for you, and if I could, I would let you borrow some of my belief.
I really liked that, and I just want to say to each of you students, it's exciting for you to be able to share your vision, your hope, your dreams, your aspiration, and you're doing it because you believe. You believe in what you're doing. You have a passion, and when you can find a person's passion, you'll find their heart, and they will be very successful with it. So we know that all that you have planned and your special goals and your love for people, love for your math, love for being able to share with others, you will be successful at that. And we will be the very happy recipients of that, because our world will be a much better place, because every single person that you touch, like you touched us today, I guarantee that all of us are going to go out and we're going to share the stories to other people around us about these fabulous young people and what they have accomplished and how you have inspired us. So with that, I would like to conclude our program. We're going to take a picture of all of our students out in the front. Of course, we'll have our city council and our mayors, and of course our chamber representatives as well. So with that, I'd like to say God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will see all of our sponsors back in October. Thank you. Dr. Greenberg wanted to remind you that you will be receiving a DVD of today's program as well. Thank you.